everyone. Got a bit of a surprise video today. Been off for a day or two, came back in, and sitting there waiting for me was the new 2018 Honda CB1000R. So I thought I'd take a ride home on it tonight and give you my opinion and see what we think about it. The original CB1000R was released in 2008, so here we are 10 years later with the all new looking machine, and it certainly has got a really good look to this bike. It's a sort of, it is a bit sort of futuristic really. Great styling on it, incredibly distinctive look. Looks like an incredibly short bike, although the wheelbase is a little longer than the previous machine, thanks to that 190 rear tyre, which is now fitted, a step up from the 180 on the previous model. Engine still the same fit as what was in the previous model, but again much more reworked. The engine of course taken from the 2006 Fireblade, so you know with that nice long stroke motor you're going to have plenty of usable torque in this bike, and they tell me that Honda have really worked on that usable power for this. Nice distinctive clock set on the bike, and really seems close and short into me. Again, the trick of putting your ignition, bringing it obviously behind the yoke, means that all of this headlight and clock cluster can come nice and close and give us that short, stubby feel to the bike at the front. Electronic rider aids on this bike. We've got 3 modes built into it. We've got a rain setting, a standard riding setting, and a sport setting. And also available on this bike is what Honda have as their user mode. And in user mode I can pretty much set the traction and engine braking and stuff exactly to my liking, so certainly plenty of bespoke choice for each of your individual riding styles. I'm really liking the big LCD clock display on this bike. It's almost got that analog look to it with that rounded area off to the left, but it's all digital LCD. A nice tacho built into there. Big gear indication, really easy to read for my speed. And just generally the function of this bike seems really uncluttered. It certainly doesn't look overly complicated, which a lot of modern bikes are certainly oversubscribed with buttons and switches. The bike does handle lovely through these corners. Nice little short shifts. That exhaust pipe gives a really nice note too. 4 to 2 to 1. Pretty well styled can. Obviously definitely in that Euro 4 mould. So getting on to being a larger sort of look to it, but really sleek. I think Honda have got the styling of this bike really nice too. It really is one of those machines that just makes you, when you walk past it, just stop and have a look and admire the sort of the machining and the finishing on the metal. We've got really classy looking brushed aluminium touches, So what's one of these bikes going to cost you? Well, the standard machine comes in at 11,299, and Honda also make the CB1000R Plus. Now the Plus bike's going to cost you £1,000 more at 12,299, but for that extra money you're going to get yourself a quick shifter, a dual direction quick shifter, heated grips fitted, and single seat cowl, and also some really nice aluminium finishing touches. I say we already have a little bit of that on this bike, but the Plus is going to give you a few more accents. And again, it's those touches and those finishes that really do make these look like bespoke built bikes. And that exhaust note from that 4 to 2 to 1, remember this is a Euro 4 compliant bike, and it's still sounding really throaty. A few people had mentioned that the bar span on this bike was a little narrower than you'd normally expect of a big naked, but I say balance wise it feels fine. It certainly doesn't seem to shake its head with direction changes. And again, I think it really helps with that stocky and short look that the bike's got. Really quite distinctive and certainly quite likeable. Well, it's certainly been a really enjoyable ride home. Certainly not how I thought I was going to be getting back tonight, but always good to jump on a new bike, especially something that you've heard a lot of hype about, and of course always good when it doesn't disappoint. I think this bike's got a fantastic place in the market. It's not there with the real super nakeds, the 160, 70 and, you know, brake horsepower machines, but this bike, when it's 143, absolutely holds its head. A great fun bike, certainly a great looking bike. The Honda build quality definitely shines through on this model. It feels solid and safe on the road, and I certainly encourage any interested parties to come down and take one out. So the 2018 Honda CB1000R now with us down at Wheels Motorcycles. Thanks very much for checking the video out. Certainly a fun bike to ride. Ride safe everyone, and we'll see you again soon.